we are in Miami, inside the Kaseya Center, and it is time for the biggest game of the day. Take a look at the standings here in the Big Three. You got two teams, the Ghost Ballers, Power, both at 3-1. The winner heads to the top of the league. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer alongside my partner, Jim Jackson. Look, game of the day. Yep. Both teams 3-1. The winner heads to the top of the standings. This should be really good.
It should be really good because you got one team in Power who's been there, done that, won it before. Nancy Lieberman Klein, very familiar territory. Ghost Ballers trying to figure this thing out, but doing a great job at 3-1. I think the key is going to be with Cuttino, Mobley, Klein, how the Ghost Ballers react to the situational plays, taking those easy baskets away from Power.
Well, since you're talking about Power, they are powered by these two guys, Royce White and Glenn Rice Jr. Let's start with Royce White.
Well, he'll hit you with power. You know, then Rice will come over the top with a little bit more finesse, can shoot the basketball, but two extremely tough players to keep in front, and they force you to help, and that's when you can kick it out and get some open shots. But how you contain the dribble is going to be very important.
And then for the Ghost Ballers, I mean, Mike Taylor does everything. I mean, he can score it, he can rebound, and he can talk. Talking with the best of them. He was the best trash talker last season in the Big Three, and he is right now with Scal.
I'm here with Mike Taylor, trash talker of the year last year. Trying to back it up, do you prepare some of your trash talking to get into going into this week?
It's more so proving that Ghost Ballers is one of the best teams in the Big Three right now.
Yeah.
So I kind of chilled back on the trash talk this year to give more energy into my team with winning, regardless of what the referee's doing, regardless of what the other team's scheme is. So I kind of toning it back a little bit, but you know, once that ball get out there, you know how we as competitors like to get after it.
Both teams 3-1. This is for first place. How tough is it going to be against Power?
Oh, it's going to be tough. Power plays a grit and grind type of game. We play that same grit and grind, just grind it out every possession. So this is going to be an amazing one to watch. So tune in, everybody.
Go!
You heard it.
I love it. Here are the rosters presented by PNC Bank. Cuttino Mobley, the captain there of Power. Again, Royce White, Keel Mitchell as well, Glenn Rice Jr., and then Ghost Ballers, Mike Taylor, Chris Johnson. Coaches, Nancy Lieberman, the Hall of Famer. Look, she won it all with Power in 2018. She's the head coach of Power, and for the Ghost Ballers, you got the man who could score. The Iceman, George Gerving, Hall of Famer as well. Oh, he got the shirt that matches the team.
No, he chilling in Miami, man.
It's all about coordinate. Got to coordinate, man. You got to coordinate. Here are the rules. Here, when you talk about the Big Three, look, first team to 50 win. You got to win by 2 in the Big Three. They got the 4-point shot, something that Ice Cube, Jeff Quatness came up with. That is exciting, always keeps you in the game. Look, there is no game clock, but there is a 14-second shot clock, so you got to get it up. Two teams, 3-1. The winner takes over the top spot in the Big Three.
Well, a couple of things to keep your eye on, talking to Coach Nancy Lieberman in regards to guarding Mike Taylor. They want Mike to shoot more off the dribble, not catch and shoots, not some easy layup. So just keep an eye on that defensively, and Power wants to get the ball to the basket. They want to create 2 feet in the paint, force Ghost Ballers to have to guard them off the bounce as well.
Here's Mike Taylor, guarded by Cuttino Mobley. Pulls up, shot's no good. Royce White with the rebound.
First possession, 1 dribble, contested shot. Taylor misses.
Glenn Rice Jr. misses. Royce White shot rejected by Chris Johnson. Here's Taylor. Simmons, the triple. Got his own board. Working on Mobley, fades in the lane and knocks it down. First 2 points goes to the Ghost Ballers and Jonathan Simmons.
And Simmons able to get to the lane, fading away, but his size was able to win that battle with Cuttino Mobley 2 feet in the lane.
Royce White working on Johnson. Talk about that power. Oh, gave him a shoulder. Good knock away by Johnson, and Taylor banks it home.
But 2 things. Really good defense by Chris Johnson, even though White Royce White kind of dislodged him a little bit with that shoulder in his chest. But how about the smart play, heads-up play by Mike Taylor to put the ball right back up? Didn't have to clear it on that possession.
Here's Rice driving. Another block by Johnson.
So it's not just the block, it's the timing of it and keeping the ball in play. Because see that little maneuver right there by just deflecting the ball just enough. Mike Taylor has easy money right there inside with that basket on the previous play.
2 seasons ago, Chris Johnson led the Big Three in blocks.
Let's go, Mike.
Mike Taylor will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
Step back, step back.
Rolls off. 4-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. Air ball. And Taylor puts it right up and in.
2 opportunities off a really good defense by Ghost Ballers, resulting into 2 layups. And you're up 6-0. Tino on the post.
Mobley in the white. And he powers his way in. First 2 points for Power. Here's Johnson. Working on Cat. Oh, good hands by Cuttino Mobley. Rice, floater, yes.
Cat, not surprised. He's been doing that his whole career. I mean, he knew he was giving up size, but his ability to time that last dribble when Chris Johnson was going to go into a shot without committing the foul was perfect.
Here's Chris Johnson. Oh, knocks that one down. 8-4. Royce White. There's a reach in on Chris Johnson. Here's Rice for 4. Yes!
Money.
I tell you, it always keeps you in the game. Just like that, we're tied up. Here's Mike Taylor. And off the glass. And looks at the crowd.
Well, again, the key for Power is to make Mike Taylor jump shooter off the dribble, okay, off the bounce. Not allowing him to drive just like he did right there. He'll break your defense down and force you to help. Deep shot that time by Glenn Rice. Now Pops is in the house. Glenn Rice, the original. He's in the house sitting baseline. And then he battles against, unfortunately, against him, I had.
Speaking of, there he is. 10-10 our score. First team to 25, we go to the half. There's a reach in on Glenn Rice Jr.
There he is. What a magical run they had during the tournament in '89.
Oh, whew.
Completed the deal against Seton Hall.
Yep.
A little controversial call at the end. Was Ramil Robinson
Ramil
fouled?
Robinson, yeah, at the foul line.
Was he fouled? And Ramil at the time was like a 60-something% free throw shooter.
Right. There's a foul by Royce White. Wants Chris Johnson to go to the line and earn them. So Chris Johnson will go to the line, shooting 1 for 2.
We're going to medium timeout. Just give you guys heads up. Any basket from the next basket. Ball rebound. I was in the paint. Ball rebound. Yeah, that was all. Yeah.
Knocks it down. 2-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. We take our first break. 2 of the best teams in the league going at it. Mike Taylor powers those Ghost Ballers. Royce White, power. We'll be back.
do right here is we're going to have your screen here.
Hi, Nancy. Can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us okay, Nancy?
Yes, I can.
Okay, cool.
Two of their buckets off an air ball in the block. That ain't good.
Hey, try to play up.
Two-point lead for the Ghost Ballers over Power. Hey, time for the prize pick entry of the day. Let's take a look at two of the most popular projections from today's game. Glenn Rice Jr., Jonathan Simmons. All you got to do, download the prize pick app, play along with the official daily fantasy partner of the Big Three. The Hall of Famer Nancy Lieberman, head coach of Power. Okay, Coach, what did you tell your team there in that timeout?
I told them that I wanted them to play like Jim Jackson. Was that okay? No, he's holding them. Yeah, you know, we put the JJ play in, and we're going to do the best we can.
Coach, early on gave up some easy baskets to Ghost Ballers, a couple of air balls, but defensively, how do you not allow a team like the Ghost Ballers, who are playing pretty good right now, get those easy baskets?
Well, you know, it's just so important at this point in the game where these are two playoff level teams, right? So you want to make sure that every possession matters.
Mike Taylor knocks down that three. Hey, look, you've won it all, Coach. You won it in 2018.
Attack them, attack them.
Your team right now at the top of the standings. You believe this is a team right here that can win it all again?
Rebound, Glenn.
Good power there by Royce White.
Attack them. Well, you know, this is two really, really good teams right here. So we're just waiting to see how we shake out. But they're talented, I'll tell you that much.
Simmons gets it and lays it in.
Well, speaking of talent, too, Nancy, you've been around this for a while, but what separates the championship caliber teams? It's not always the talent. What else? What other intangibles are there?
Well, it's being able to run your offense, being able to attack the other guy like this, you know, like what Royce is doing right now, going right to the rim. You don't want to be passive.
Love it. Good luck, Coach, the rest of the way, okay?
Thank you.
17-14 our score. Here's Taylor in the lane. Missed it. Rebound, White. White will challenge Chris Johnson. Spins, Up and under, uses the left hand, and he'll go to the line.
And notice Royce, a right-handed player, loves to get somewhere around that left block. So even on this play, he dribbles to his left. He's able to spin back and up and under. Johnson at the end. Listen, also too, and Royce White is smart. Listen, Chris Johnson, you keep hitting those body blows. Eventually something is going to give. He's going to back up a little bit more now. That height is not to his advantage. We've seen that a couple of times early with that one-on-one matchup.
Here's Royce White shooting 1 for 2. He's averaging 12 a game. Missed that one. 3-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. First team to 25. We go to the half. Here's Taylor working on White. Good block by White, though. Klein lays it in for power.
Great one-on-one defense, first of all. But second, TJ Klein is always going to be around somewhere. Always going to be around somewhere to either pick up a loose ball, get a deflection.
Simmons had it, lost it to Klein. TJ Klein, of course, the son of Nancy Lieberman. 1-point lead for the Ghost Ballers. White for 3! That's something he's certainly added to his game, and he's been shooting the triple a lot better this season.
Better flow offensively right now we see with Howard. Started off a little slow. Beautiful pass inside.
Yeah, Simmons missed it though. Darnell Jackson comes crashing down the lane.
How about the really good hustle defensively? That time Glenn Rice Jr. couldn't corral that rebound, which kind of set it up for Jackson down the lane. But it was some good defense, but not able to finish that defense by retaining possession. Puts Jackson to the line with the foul.
Oh, Nancy wants to bring the fire. She wants Darnell Jackson to earn those 2 points. It is Bring the Fire presented by Taco Bell. You can challenge that shooting foul. These two players will go 1-on-1. Darnell Jackson trying to score 2 points. Each team gets one of these challenged per half.
Got it.
And they call the foul?
Yep, called
the foul. So the points will go to the Ghost Ballers.
And that time, Glenn Rice Jr. tried to body up and get into Darnell Jackson. And smart play by Jackson to rip it through and get to a strong hand. You know, as much contact as we've seen in these games, that one, I'm surprised they called it early, but it benefited Ghost Ballers right there because on the second foul, you were able to get the 2.
Charles Garcia has checked in for the Ghost Ballers. We're tied up at 19.
What's up? He kicked it in and went off of it.
Here's Jackson.
Nice.
Kick out. Simmons down the lane. My goodness. Look out.
Yeah. You know, that time, Ghost Ballers did a great job of forcing Power to scramble defensively, so they were always a half a second late. I think that was Glenn Rice Jr. tried to go out and contest a 3-point shot of Simmons. He got right by him with the pump fake.
Here's Rice. Throws it up for Mitchell. Mitchell shot blocked but foul.
We go back to the play, the scramble defense, pump fake, poor closeout, dunk over the top for Simmons. Mitchell getting the bat in the stick on that one by having to help. But that's what happens when if you can make some quick moves and get your defenders out of position, you can get some easy layups.
Mitchell knocks down the free throw. We're all tied up at 21. Here's Simmons, pulls up. Shot no good, Klein the board. Rice thought about the 4. Into Mitchell. Working on Garcia, turning, spinning, and winning.
Beautiful patience, more importantly, outstanding footwork. Because a number of moves that Mitchell put on, he was able to still keep that pivot foot balanced.
Here's Garcia, left it short. Next bucket, we go to the half for Power. Mitchell, too strong. Garcia to Jackson.
Now watch this side out of bounds. Nancy Lieberman is very good and adept at drawing up plays in situational opportunity situations to be able to get a really high quality shot, either underneath or now side out of bounds. So keep an eye on that.
Here's Klein. Here Glenn Rice said, wait for me. He wants it. Working on Taylor with 2 in the lane. No. Follows, no, but he'll go to the line.
But the funny exchange was when Mike Taylor was guarding Glenn Rice Jr. out of bounds. He said, I know exactly what plays you like to run out of bounds, and I'm not going for it. But attention to detail means a lot, though. Because that's the difference a lot of times between giving up a basket and stopping your opponent, and guess what we got?
Another bring the fire.
Let's see if Glenn Rice Jr. uses his savvy to just get to a spot. Nice little pull-up jump shot.
Taco Bell bring the fire. Glenn Rice Jr. Garcia. Rice with the left hand. It gets the bump and the 2 points. And just like that, we will head to the half. Power on top of the Ghost Ballers by 4. It has been a competitive half between these two of the best teams in the league. It's Power up 4 on the Ghost Ballers. We'll be back. Well, next Sunday, the Big Three Summer of Fire. It rolls on. We're headed back up east. Boston. More hoops. Live coverage of the Big Three begins next Sunday at 1 Eastern right here on CBS. One of the best things about the Big Three, you always have one of the best hip-hop acts performing at the half. We had Trina performing here in Miami, and it's Power on top of the Ghost Ballers 25-21. Brian Custer alongside Jim Jackson, two of the top teams in the league, and both of them been going at it hard. This game's been intense already.
As it's, as it is supposed to be the two of the best teams, they play a little bit different, but I thought Ghost Ballers did a great job of putting Power on their heels early, but Power kind of settled in offensively, took away some easy baskets, able to take the halftime lead. Let's see what adjustment both coaches make coming in the second half.
And let's take a look at the game-high score, and that was Glenn Rice Jr. He's got 10 points, only one in double figures.
Yeah, 4 for 8 shooting, saying what's up to Pops, dapping him down, getting a little bit of that magic rubbed off on him. But he can beat you in so many different ways. And we see the floater in the lane, and of course, the deep jump shot, got it from his Pops. 4-point play. Ironically enough, 0 assists, and why that's important is that Glenn Rice Jr., one of the top assist leaders in the Big Three, but 0 assists so far, so let's keep our eye on that.
As we take a look at what the Stars did in the first half, Mike Taylor right behind him with 9 points, 3 rebounds as well, shooting efficient from the field, 4 of 7. Ghost Ballers and Power, both at 3-1. The winner of this game goes to the top of the standings in the Big Three. Here's Klein cutting back door. Simmons knocks it away.
How about this? So that play was set up for Klein to kind of act like he was coming to Coutinho to set a screen and slip it. But he's starting the second half where Glenn Rice Jr. is not. So a little strategical move here by Coach Nancy Lieberman.
Cat for 3, Coutinho Mobley. 28-21. Here's Jonathan Simmons. Into Chris Johnson. Working on TJ Klein. 3 on the shot clock. Royce White with the rebound and clears it. Pass stolen. Taylor. Oh, tried to knock it off Cat. He got it and dishes the TJ Klein, Coutinho Mobley.
Yeah, a little bit more focused. Power is coming out of the half. Scoring the first 5 points here. Now, listen, those turnovers, it was a tough pass to get to Taylor. Open up that opportunity. And we'll probably see it on the back end there. There's a turnover, compromises your defense. And that time, Simmons really didn't have to come up and help. Sometimes you got to know when your teammate has their player under control and not overhelp and overextend the defense. A beautiful move by Simmons.
Simmons hangs and scores off the glass. 7-point lead now for Power. Here's White. Knocked away. Goes up and kisses it off the glass. Royce White. He's got 11.
Well, remember, that was a matchup, too, that got Power kind of back in the game and their offense energized when he was going one-on-one. Good defense by Royce in the travel against Chris Johnson. So that time in the middle of the court, he was able to create some space. But how about the defense by Royce White here by stayed down, didn't go for the fake. That was an easy call.
He still doesn't believe it.
No, you don't.
Cat. How about Coutinho Mobley, the old Silver Fox, still knocking down buckets.
Hey, look, pick and choose when you go, and that's what Cat is doing. Had a couple jump shots early here in the second half.
Simmons.
Good defense.
Yeah, TJ Klein with the challenge. Royce uses that body again. Nope. Taylor puts it up and in.
Interesting, too, for Ghost Ballers. Look, they won 3 games. They were 3-4 last year. Most games they won before the season is 4. They got an opportunity right now in this early season, part of the season, to win 4 games. Again, put themselves in the situation to be 4-1 going into week 6. Not going to be an easy one with this experienced power team.
Let's go.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
Let's go. Come on.
Keep your head, Mike.
So Cuttino Mobley going to the line, shooting 1 for 2. 9-point lead here for Power.
All right, I got you. Here on now. Here we go. Short.
Left is short, tipped out by Klein.
That's right. Told you. TJ stays active.
Mobley!
And keep in mind now, so they'll start Cat Mobley on Chris Johnson because now the switch right there on Taylor.
How about the Cat? No points in the first half, 7 already here in the second.
He's a bucket getter. It don't take long for him to get to his spots and feel comfortable. Like right there, he picks up the foul.
And another foul on Mike Taylor.
Just smart basketball. But I love the defensive adjustment that Coach Lieberman has made. Again, starting Cuttino on Chris Johnson. When they go into those pick and rolls, now he's able to switch out onto Taylor, especially with this small lineup. So it's all about manipulating, situational basketball a little bit more with your lineups. Cuttino, a little animated right now.
He'll shoot 1 for 2. Got that one. And the Cat is purring here in Miami. 9 points here in the second half. His team is up 13.
The first team with 50 points wins the game.
13-point lead for Power, 38-25. Let's take a look at the monster moment of the game, and it's got to be from Jonathan Simmons.
Pump fake, lane open. Now somebody's on an NFT, set up a poster. You know, this is 2023.
Right.
I don't know if the young generation know what a poster is. I don't know. They know what an NFT is or something. But Simmons right there, able to get it.
Here's Chris Johnson with the rock. Garcia, the triple. Too strong. Simmons has it again. And kicks it out to Garcia. Simmons spinning. A lot of swipes. He'll go to the line. Talk about Jonathan Simmons, played at Houston. 3 teams in the league. Now, he was with the three-headed Monsters last season. Now with the Ghost Ballers.
Yeah, good addition. I mean, leads the team in rebounding and assist. Adds value in regards to his ability to beat you off the dribble. So a key component as to why this Ghost Ballers team is sitting at 3-1. And again, tough task at hand. Playing against a tough, experienced Power team. A lot of time left in this game, but defensively got to get some stops.
Rice misses that one. No, Power started this half on a 13-6 run to begin this second half. The run is 19-6 if you go back to the late part of the first half. So, first team to 50 wins. Nancy Lieberman.
Is she bringing it?
Yeah, she's going to bring that Taco Bell, bring the fire. She didn't like that foul call.
Yeah, but she likes the matchup too with Royce White playing against Jonathan Simmons. She think that's in their favor. Yeah, Simmons, you can't try to overpower him. You got to outquick him, get to your spot, nullify the disadvantage you have from a power perspective versus Royce White.
Jumper no good. Advantage defense. Lead remains double digits.
Hey, JJ, how come every time I see those flames, I think of you walking in a club?
Hey, you saying the bottles is coming over now and everybody coming, here he come.
It feels like Bring the Fire has a different feel here in Miami.
It really does.
Here's Akil Mitchell.
Beautiful play, getting that side out of bounds. Hey, Brian, you've seen Nancy Lieberman just talk about her ability to draw plays, not just from the side and how important that is, but also underneath out of bounds. Well, I guess Brian didn't hear me.
No.
So I'll say it. She's really good at it. She may be.
I'm here. Listen, you're right about all the screens and the slips, and they're so good side out and baseline out. You see it all the time. I think they run the most plays in this league, and they execute the best in this league.
You got a tech here. Hey, listen, in the NBA, I always thought that Quinn Snyder was one of the best at that as well. As far as Brad, it was at Boston. Your boss.
Yeah, he's not my boss. He's my coworker.
Well, he's okay, whatever, man.
but if he calls, I answer.
Yeah, exactly. But Brad Stevenson, when he was there, I covered him at Butler, but he would do the same thing at Boston. And I thought that Quinn and Brad were two of the best in the league.
Here's the technical. You saw that on Chris Johnson. That's shoving the back to TJ Klein. Klein's rubbing out his neck.
But, JJ, you're right about this. They love to empty out the weak side and run action to that spot. They both do that, whether it's a back screen or a flare screen. They're emptying out that weak side and then throwing that ball there. Very similar.
Rice misses the free throw. Here's Simmons. To Garcia.
Ooh,
gave him a shoulder.
Yeah, he did.
Fades and knocks it down.
Well, Garcia's 6'10". TJ Klein is 6'9", but when that momentum is going away from it, just a slight bump creates that space. A beautiful block by Simmons.
Oh, Simmons climbs the ladder for the block. Here's Rice with 5 on the shot clock. 2. Fade. Missed it.
Got the hold on Garcia. It's a physical play. Now, they could have, you know, officials could have called a couple fouls during that possession, but they didn't. That slip right there that Brian was talking about.
Oh, knocked away by Garcia. The Chris Johnson who rocks the rim. 9-point lead. Here's Mitchell. Powers it in. This is a good one. 11-point lead by Power. Ghost Ballers trying to chip away.
All right, we have any kids in the building right now who are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans. Well, check this out. Courtesy of Ice Cube and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mutant Mayhem. Where are the kids at? We got the Turtle. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys. The big three of New Jackson. Starring Ice Cube. Ice Cube starring as Superfly. In the new
Back here in Miami, midway point of the season here for the Big Three. Time for the Microsoft Player of the Week. And it comes courtesy of Ryan Carter, the Hezzy God. 27, 7, and 5 is what he put up last week in Memphis.
You know, interesting because Brian started off a little sluggish offensively, missed some early shots, but then, like a lot of players, once they find the rhythm, especially from his jump shot, it made it virtually impossible for anybody to stay in front of him. You saw the numbers he put up.
Here's a look at what we've got. As soon as we're done, we've got Three's Company and Bivouac coming up, and then we got 3 more games that you can see on Big3.com as Jonathan Simmons plows his way to the cup.
Those Ballers trying to close the gap. They're down by 9.
Rice in the Mitchell. Back to Rice. Wide open 3.
Short.
Money.
And see, Coach Lieberman wants that switch. So to get Mitchell and then Mike Taylor inside, where now Ghost Ballers has to help. And see, Mitchell comes right, Taylor comes right back. But we'll watch it again. And then Rice Jr. is going to come up in the middle, set a pick on Taylor, see if they can get this switch.
Rice lost it as they double teamed him.
I like it. Quick double team. Rice wasn't ready for it, kind of off balance. Turn it over, gives another shot at Ghost Ballers to cut into this lead even more.
Another foul on Glenn Rice Jr. Here's Taylor. Driving, hangs. Lost it.
No. Come on, Gil. Chase. Hey, let it go. Here's the whistle, let it go. Can't fall, y'all. Can't fall.
He's shot out of bounds for Power.
And that's 14 fouls for Ghost Ballers right here. 2 more puts Power in the penalty. So I would be overly aggressive to pick up another foul. There you go, pick up another foul, get closer to the penalty. One more time, I would take this out, and I'm sure Nancy Lieberman, Coach Lieberman understands, just try to get something going to the basket, force the officials to have to call something through some contact. They called this one on the shot. I thought they called it on the floor, on the backdoor cut.
All right, slide down. Slide down, baby. Let's go. Yeah, I got you. You good?
So
Okay,
Glenn
here we
Rice
go. 1
Jr.
for 2.
at the line, shooting 1 for 2. Got it. Power now 3 points away from victory.
So many options for Power to score the ball. That's what makes them an extreme, championship-worthy team.
Royce White with the left hand. Now a point away from victory.
And beautiful touch pass, too, I think, for Glenn Rice to put it right on the outside hand of Royce White to be able to catch and finish.
Taylor into Jackson. Here's game winner coming. Rice. And a reach in by Jackson.
Now, but this is not a non-shooting foul. Why did they put the, I thought this was team foul number 6. It's team foul number 5.
That's a horrible call.
Go to the bucket.
Heard Nancy Lieberman telling her team, go to the cup. Here's Cat. Missed it. Simmons. Driving. Scoring.
And you know what's funny? Same 2 players involved in that. Opposite side of the court. It was Glenn Rice Jr. late on the closeout. Simmons on the pump fake. Simmons on the dunk.
Here's White rolling. And the Ghost Ballers are going to bring the fire on Royce White.
Well, I mean, and it is interesting because I don't think at that point you really need to bring it because the ball was going to be on the side. You see what I'm saying? Because it was team foul number 6, but again, not being able to go to the free throw line to win it, the ball would have just been on the side and you were able to save that, bring the fire.
Well, now here's White going for the win. Working on Darnell Jackson. Royce White into the body. And no good. Defense prevails.
And the substitution, TJ Klein is in. Tino's out.
Here's Mike Taylor. Pulling it for 3. Yes, Mike Taylor.
Tough.
All of a sudden, the lead is 6. Game point again for Power. Here's Glenn Rice Jr. shaking, driving to the cup, rolls off, tipped out. Simmons has it. Taylor, ball fake. Simmons for 4.
Ball.
Oh, that would have been interesting. Here's Klein to White for the win. Yes! Power, now the top team in the Big 3 with that victory.
This is just a scramble situation for Ghost Ballers, but Power does an excellent job of maintaining spacing. And look at the passing. The passing was so critical in order to get that too. If one of these passes are off the mark, you don't get this layup.
What a hard-fought victory. But Power now the top team in the Big 3. Their captain is with Scal.
All right, Cat. First thing, how you do it at your age? Still doing strong. You had a nice second half to start, really change this game.
Yeah, you listen, we got to go to our guys, Glenn and Royce. You know what I mean? I'm just cleaning everything else up. And I think I'd stay young because I got my son with me. You know what I'm saying?
Royce has been playing great the last 3 weeks. What has been a change for him?
Well, it's just focusing, man. I'm telling Royce he's a pro and be a pro. You know, he did a lot of talking before. I want him to back it up, and he's been backing it up.
All right, thanks, Cat. See ya.
Cuttino Mobley he certainly spearheaded this win
Yeah.
and begin the second half. That 9 points he had coming out right after the half.
Well, that spurt allowed them to create more separation away from Ghost Ballers, gave them more space to pad with it. It was a catalyst, the young man that has done it before.
And that's the game. Power 51, Ghost Ballers 43. We've got Three's Company and Bivouac right after these messages.